Good morning. Happy Saturday. Sorry I'm running late. Yeah, with when your wife that normally gets up to go to work and that's kind of like your cue to get up and start your stream, she's kind of down for the count for like 12 weeks with a busted knee. Makes it a lot harder to get up this early on a Saturday morning. But to those of you who it's not early for or are already up, happy Saturday. We are going to do some coffee and crafting. Although the coffee part is a lie because I only have in-game coffee. My actual coffee when I went to go make a pot was empty, so in honor of our British friends, I am having a cup of black tea this morning with just 2 lumps of sugar and some toast because there were no bagels either. So sounds like I need a grocery store run after the stream today. So we'll drink our Minecraft coffee while, we give people a few minutes to get in here and make sure that my stream is working and all that fun stuff. So, how are y'all this morning? Let's see. We need to clear my inventory so we can do that. Put this stuff away. You go in there. You go in the backpack. Those crystals actually need to go somewhere else. Crystal. I have a barrel for like the pieces for our forge, our runic star altar / aka forge, that I'm keeping everything in just to, so we can kind of have an idea of how we're doing. Can I sit on this? Yeah. Learning to use Minecraft objects while in third person view is weird. The toast is more crunchy and picks up on the mic. Oh boy. Yeah, she needs to get her knee better so that I have that like solid 45 minutes to wake up before these streams on Saturday. But anyways, so still kind of continuing from the episode that did not drop yesterday. When you upload things, you should look at the schedule date. I scheduled that one for next Friday somehow instead of yesterday. So there is an episode you guys haven't seen. It's this right here. Sorry about that. It's scheduled to go live next Friday. So I will reschedule it for Monday and we will call it a thing. Or maybe you guys get a Saturday afternoon drop. I don't know. So clipboard, let's go toss this on the wall. I think I have one that has like ideas for the stream. So let's see what's on it. Oh, it was just to play around with Super Factory Manager, which I don't think helps us automate the forge any easier. I'm pretty sure we're still gonna have to do it their way because I tried to like pipe in and you can't pipe into that block. So, yeah. Standing on my Minecraft porch, looking at bees, drinking coffee. What has the world come to? We're coming down here because this is the barrel full of like, trying to automate the forge and get to the runic star altar box. All right. It is early. Go over here. Boy, I need to get a bot. All right. Sorry, had to sneeze there. Sure, y'all don't want to hear it. So we are still working towards our runic star altar. Last thing we really need to get into for it, what's up, Tito? Is some Ender IO. So we need to get sentient Ender. And I was going to take a look at this. We need like a soul vial thing, and we need a soul binder. And then I need to know, how do I get souls from Ender IO in a bottle? What's up, Squirrel? Started a little late this morning because I don't have coffee or a bagel, so I'm drinking black tea and eating toast. The atrocities. Fused quartz. Interesting. Okay, so we've got solarium, but how do we get fused quartz? Alloy smelting? Huh? Neither of these make sense. Oh, it's just a block of quartz in the alloy smelter. Okay, now it makes sense. Cool. Let's do a stack. And we can actually put a recipe in because we automated that. Where did it go? It's over here. Uh-huh. Let's go right there. And then we go to uses for our block of quartz. Alloy smelting. Bam. Put it in. Sorry I'm running late though. You know, just with my wife's got that knee injury, she doesn't get up to go to work on a Saturday morning anymore. And I used to get about a 45-minute, nice little wake up after she left to go to work between then and the streams. Yeah, I woke up and was like, what time is it? Because we have blackout curtains on the window. And I looked at my phone and it was literally 7:59. And I was like, I didn't set an alarm. It's like, you're supposed to be my alarm. Why are you hurt? Get better so I can be mad at you. So that's why we were almost 40 minutes late this morning. 40 minutes is apparently about the amount of time it takes me to go from sleeping to able to do anything. All right, so empty soul vial. Now we can tell it to make our fused quartz. Hurry up, would you? All right, empty soul vial. Now, sentient ender looks like it requires witch. How do I fill a soul vial? Is there an Ender IO questline that tells me this? Yeah, last week was like first Saturday after it, and they were messing with her on telling her she was going to have surgery, but then they didn't want to give her meds for the pain, but also in the same breath telling her that the pain wasn't going to go away until after the surgery. It's been a rough couple weeks in the Wooly household. And so, I don't know if you guys are married or have long-term partners, but when they get sick, you tend to get sick too. So all this coinciding with the start of the allergy seasons. I still got some going on, but I'm here, with the streaming. right, what were we looking for? Ender IO's quest line. Is there one? I don't see one. All right, there's a book though, right? At Ender. Photovoltaic plate. The enchanter. How do I fill the soul vial? Tell me, oh great JEI, or tell me where the book is for Ender IO. I guess if I had a book, it might be in storage while I'm filtered by the mod. Nope. Smithing template. Yeah, I'm totally not seeing it. So, do we have any witch spawners? Witch. Look at that. Witch spawner. Cool. Now for witches, we need ignores light. So what is that? And apothec spawners. It's a redstone torch. No, that makes it redstone controlled. Is a regular torch? No, it's like a lantern, right? Lantern. Apothec enchanting. No, it's not apothec spawners. There we go. Ignores light. We need a soulfire lantern to get this thing to work in highlight. So soul lantern. Oh boy. Do I put you in my offhand? Does that work? Nope, that doesn't work. Okay. So how do I fill a soul vial? Receptacle of soul. A soul is trapped. No, that's from Tombstone, not Ender IO. Is there like a mob catching thing from Ender IO? What about uses? What if I go to uses? Soul filter, blacksmith, forest fruit time. Wow, that guy didn't die in one hit. Alright, this is not working. I'm just like grinding witches. So let's pick this thing up. Don't mind me, I'm just sitting here with poisoned. No AI. Lots of glass bottles. I'm gonna have to Google it this morning. Got to put my coffee cup up. You know, sorry. All right. So holding it in the offhand didn't work. I guess it's time to Google. How to fill soul vial Ender IO. already talked to y'all about my allergies, but then I'm sitting here realizing I didn't take anything. There we go. Antihistamines washed down with black tea. All right, so this Google says to just right-click the mob with the vial. That seems way too easy. All right, if I can stop dying, we'll be in good shape. Back downstairs we go. Sorry to hear about your dad and the knee injury. But yeah, my wife's was dumb. We went to a music bingo and she fell backwards over some stools. Got all twisted up in them. What is it, a repeater? Makes it redstone controlled? No, it must be a comparator. All right. Which? There we go. Boy, AI is kind of scary because, you know, when you Google stuff now, you get like, or just search it in most search engines, you get your AI results up top. You can literally ask a search engine a question and it will like search data and then give you its summary answer. And it's often right, which is scary. Now I've lost my chat because, you know, I searched something. Let's get chat back up. Yeah, pollen in Georgia is why I don't live in Georgia anymore. Can't do it. All right, so now we have our filled soul vial. Let's take a look at what else we need for this sentient ender. We need a soul binder. What are we missing for that? Some bimetal gears, okay. Energize. Energetic alloy. No, it's bimetal, right? Or nope, that's it. Okay. So we need some more nuggies. Boy, look at all this loot from a few witches. All right. Now we have nuggets. 2 iron gears. How is there not a pattern for that? So, iron gear. Put in a pattern. And there we have that. So let's just make like 10. That works. And then this goes in the middle. And there's our 2. Z-Logic controllers. We made those. Was that in the episode I haven't released yet? Or was that in the one before? I don't know. It all blurs together. Yeah, we're going to need to make 1 more of them for our barrel, but that's fine. Okay, we need some soul chains, solarium nuggets. How to put the solarium in a compacting drawer. And since it has nugget form and block form, we'll use that one. Nuggies. There we go. And then let's put it over here with the drawers. Lock it and link it. Locked. Linked. Sweet. Now I don't have to worry about making those solarium nugget things. So we'll just pull all the nuggets we have out and all the ingots we have out and put them back in, and it should put them all in the drawer. Nice. You're ready to get back at it. Took a small break to play some first Berserker Kazan. Whatever that is. Never heard of that. All right. There's our 4 chains we need. Ensouled chassis. We need some more fused quartz. Just waiting on that furnace that is not fast. It's like Baymax. I am not fast. And there we go, Soulbinder. Okay. Let's go over here. We can get it power from the same point. It needs a capacitor. Cool. And then we need Sentient Ender, which is Ender in the slicer with an Enderman head. Okay. We don't have Enderman essence yet somehow, or Ender essence or whatever. Where is it? This one. So Enderman seeds. I have Ender soul jars. Okay, we can do that. Soul jar. I need 4. We're going to have to make an Enderman head for this piece we need, so we're going to have to go make an Enderman seed and then let it grow for a minute. All right, soul jar. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ender pearls. And then we just... Oh, I don't want wither skelly skulls. Dang it. Can I craft you back empty? Yeah, okay. There we go. Oh, that's nice. It takes exactly a stack. There we go. Okay. And then we toss these back in storage. What do you take is the blue ones, right? Imperium. Let's make sure. Uses. Yep. And then a solarium seed base. Solium, whatever. In case you haven't figured out, I just make up words when I don't know what I'm talking about, so. Oh, the wife is moving around upstairs. I can hear it through the floor. All right, Enderman seeds. Somehow we just now made them. And then we need to make a Enderman skull. Enderman head. All right, just waiting on some essences to come in. Doohickeys and thingamabobbers. You are correct. And whatchamacallits if neither of those work. Not the candy, just a whatchamacallit. What did these take? We can go ahead and make another one of those. Zombie heads. Solarium, silicone, redstone. Solarium, S-O-U-L. Okay, 2 of those. Actually, let's just get out like a whole stack. Because I think they both take the same thing. Other than the skull. The head, that. Yeah, okay. To the dungeon! Circuit slicer. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Sweet. So now we have our 2 controllers that we need for our runic star altar. Wherever the barrel for that is, over here. Put them back. Do you have anything good? Do you? Oops. It slipped. Alright, Enderman head. Do we have enough essence now? We do! Yay. Okay. So, in you go. That, and that. That's the recipe, right? No. Uses. Oh, vibrant alloy instead of redstone. Work faster! There we go. $9 for a block for a feeder and 1 to convert the bee. So you're going for 10 stars. I'm going for a singular star. All right, there is our Ender Resonant. Oh, it needs XP. Okay. We can do that. Export bus. Actually, we may have to solve the problem. I don't know that I have liquid XP in the system, do I? I don't think I do. I guess the question then becomes, will you take these? No. So I need to set up a fluid drawer with one of these, whatever this is. A fluid tank from Enderaya. Fluid tank. Ender. There we go. And then we can put the bottles of XP into it, and we will have it set up on its own drawer. We can do that over here. So let's just go right there. And we will come out and down. Export, and then we have to tell you the same as the other side that you're going to export bottles of enchanting. So, bottle. Yep. And then you need a crafting card. Okay. Sweet. And then we're going to need an import bus to pull this back in, or we can a drawer? Can you output? IO configuration. Push, pull. Okay, so you can push. Okay, so fluid drawer. I don't know where those trader llama statues come from. I would never just murder a trader llama. Okay, so this one, we want it to push. Aha! Like it. Netherite upgrades. I cannot believe that I didn't know that you could just put smithing table recipes in your crafting stuff. Awesome. Sweet. And now you should be able to, what is this? XP juice. XP juice. Did I do all that and it doesn't work? It says it needs like 4 levels. Well, how are you supposed to get the levels? Do I need to throw bottles of enchanting at you? No. You go in there. It says you need fluid. Well, what if I fluid pipe you? The price is wrong, Bob. Yep. What's up, Mass Boost? Welcome in. Thanks for joining us. Sorry I'm late and didn't stream last week. Didn't do a video yesterday because I scheduled it for the wrong Friday. Come on now. There we go. Fluid pipes. Let's try this. And then, if you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball. Okay, it doesn't like the export bus. Oh, this stupid backpack. It doesn't like the export bus, but you can pipe into it. So that's how we're supposed to do it, apparently. And it holds 10 buckets. All right. Sentient Ender. That was one of what we were chasing. We need that for the machine casings. Oh my god, we need those per. We're going to have to automate this. Okay. All right. It looks like the forge is only going to like the liquid XP from Just Dire Things. Interesting. Yeti! Good morning, or afternoon, sir. I'm out of coffee, so I'm having to do my best British impression and have a cup of tea. So I've had 1 cup of Earl Grey, and it is it's not the same as coffee. But I'm gonna have to go turn the electric kettle on again so it can make me another cup of tea. Or as the folks say, a cuppa. You know, apparently just cuppa means cup of tea. You know, you learn something new all the time. All right, we got that, but we had the realization that I may need to automate this sentient ender because each one of these apparently only makes 2 of the blocks, which is frightening because that's a lot of automating. Here's our machine casings. Come on, give me more machine casings for free. It did. Gave me 4 of them. Nice. We're completing quests. I wonder which quests we completed. Oh, good lord. We completed all kinds of quests. Invar seeds. Ruby seeds. So we got 2 seeds we didn't have from the quest book. Nice. Afternoon. Drink tea. Uh-huh. Refined obsidian, I think we already had. No, we didn't. So we just got another. Oh, 3 fresh seeds, though. That was nice. Let's run up to the farm. Put these where they go. Someone is revving a motorcycle or something outside. Interesting. Sweet. We're going to need another farm soon. All right, let's go look at the quest line for this stuff. Here. Where were we? Forbidden in Arcanus. This one. Okay. So we have XP fluid. We have the automated blood. Liquid souls. I kind of worked on this one off camera because you have to go loot these from in cities. So I flew around the end and looted until I found one of those trees, the soul tree thing, which I'm pretty sure I put all the saplings in the don't get distracted barrel. Yes. So I got one of these from in city, and then I grew a few of these trees. They actually look kind of cool. I don't know if you guys have seen them. Let's see. What were we? Fertilized essence. There we go. Look, they're like animated, and they got little ghosts in them. But anyways, we're going to be able to tap these trees. Oh, that's outside my loaded chunks, isn't it? Map. And claim chunks. Oh, I'm in a chunk that's claimed. Let's check the chunk border. Let's make sure we are still in a claimed chunk. No, we're out of a claimed chunk. Okay, so, but if we go back towards base, we can be in a claimed chunk. Okay, and I said if we head to base this way, F3NG, now we are in a claim chunk. So let's put one of these down. And then we need to make some taps. Tree tap. We're going to go with like 4 of them. And then you have to hang a bucket on the tap, I believe. That's what we did for the rubber. There we go. Is that right? Let's see. We need to use a fluid extractor on sultry logs. Okay. So not with a tap. I thought it said it was a tap somewhere. I totally missed that. Okay. So we're going to need these trees logs, which it means this is a job for our bees. We'll leave that one there. It doesn't matter. So if we come downstairs, actually before we go downstairs, we'll put a log in front of our lumber bee. Sultry log. We'll have our lumber bees make more of that for us. And then where do we have industrial foregoing? It's over here, right? Yep. All right, so how many channels we got? Plenty. Okay. Sure, we can probably tuck this. Well, it's going to have to be a setup like this, with a placer and a fluid extractor. So let's just, yeah, you guys can be neighbors right here. Okay, we're going to need, just remember you'll only need 1 of the largest input hatch for the runic star altar because the star ingredients stack. Interesting. What's up, Crypto Shape? Welcome in. He's already banning people this morning. Afternoon. Drink tea. Yeah, if any of you guys like camping videos and whatnot, there's a YouTube channel called Kent Survival, and he does like tent reviews and stupid camping videos, but he is somewhere in the UK and like sets up tents, and it has me wonder how he gets away with it, because he carries his pocket knife with him when he's camping, but it's fixed blade and he uses it for making food and stuff, so I guess that's allowed. I always thought like knives over there were a no-no. You're a rebel if you got a knife. So let's put this up. Okay, machine casings. We got our soul trees. Okay, so we need a block placer. Turn caps lock off. Let's see, block placer. Okay. And then we're going to need a fluid extractor. Anyways, if you like camping and stuff and kind of goofy videos, the guy cooks every single camping trip he does, and like does it by hand while camping. He'll take like camp ovens and make pizza and stuff while he's camping. It's kind of cool. I like it, at least. We need a flux point. Crypto Shaped, I don't know if you saw it a few videos back. I went and stole stuff from your storage at your base. Okay. Block placer. Right there. It's like facing the ground. Okay. Okay, so there we go. Shift and place it facing away from you. Aha. Okay. And then, no and then. This will need to be facing away, but that way. And then you get an export bus. Okay, put down the sultry log. We'll put that in the filter. And now it should be filling up the buffer. Yay! Okay. Now you are unrefined liquid souls. Yay! It's already extracting. Sweet. What do we do with the unrefined liquid souls? Come here. Unrefined liquid souls. Okay, your uses. You need to go through a runic crucible. Well, wait a minute. What is the point of the liquid souls if I still got to get the other souls from the soul sand? Life is chaos. I saw you wanting to go caving, but you settled for a hike. So, you know. You got time to hike. You got time to play mine. I'm just kidding. Let's see. Item casting, canning machine. But I do have to refine it. Okay, so I'm then confused. Why do I want liquid form? Am I getting more bang for my buck this way? Unrefined liquid souls. Uses. So half a bucket and a soul gets me half a bucket of liquid souls. That better be worth way more than this soul thing. That's all I gotta say. Use the wannabes for... Oh, you're saying skip this liquid process altogether? And you just export the enchanted lost souls into the altar? Or that's your plan? Ours containment jars work on cataclysm bosses. Okay. That seems like a lot. Wow, we've got to get source into this too. Well, I mean, I guess we have it in liquid form, so that doesn't matter. All right, runic crucible. Tier 5. We need a couple arcane cores and an enchanting apparatus. Oh god, don't hit F11 while streaming. It makes things weird. Arcane core. Core. There it is. A couple of these. And an enchanting apparatus. Alright, I gotta go turn the kettle on for real. Need more caffeine. Enchanting apparatus. Alright, and then we needed one of those. Uses 2 logic controllers, a quantum injector. So we need 4 of these. And the dust. Oh man, we're gonna have to fill this stinking forge again. I had it full, but it does not retain it if you break the block. And so I'm trying to like figure out how to get things in here. Machine casings will be needed for the automatic forge. We need 2 different items to craft them, which we did. Empty soul vials are crafted. Yep. For the Ender Resonant, you'll just need a few ingots and silicon and Enderman head. You have to kill Enderman with the Ender Sword to get their heads. No, you don't. You just craft them. You lie, quest book. Okay, it wants me to get to Liquid Souls to unlock the quest line. The Runic Crucible is needed for both Liquid Souls and liquid whatever, a real. Oh my gosh, the Runic Crucible is a multi-block structure. What's up with all these structures it's making me make? All right, there's 24 of those. We're back to making the Runic Crucible, which we needed the quantum, this thing. Okay, so we need to do this. 1, 2, 3, 4. We need souls. We're going to have to hook up that thing automated. Uber me some Starbucks. No, I will survive. But at first I was afraid I was petrified. Wondering how I'd ever live without you by my side. And I spent so many nights something about how I was wrong and I grew strong. Oh no, not I. Anywho, y'all didn't come here to hear me sing. And if you did, you're twisted and sick. You should have it looked into. Alright. Spawn, I need to kill a bunch of you for blood. I want to suck your blood. Okay. Yeah, let's turn that on to pick up to the storage system. I wish I could, like, fill these test tubes in some kind of way. Because, I mean, I've got blood for days. Fill it. Fill the thing. I wonder if it'll put buckets of blood in. Where is the altar? Over here? Nope, over here. There we go. What about buckets of blood? Will you take a bucket? Nope. So the only way to get the blood in is these stinking vials. Are there test tubes that hold more? At forbidden. That thing holds that. Yeah, it looks like it's literally just the test tubes. Alright, back to killing mobs. I don't know how much blood we need, but we probably are going to need a good bit. If it arrives hot and ready to drink, that will be impressive. I mean, you can do just about anything. I'm not telling you my Starbucks order. I'm going to go turn the kettle on and have another cup of tea because it actually is not half bad. I don't understand how some of you guys put cream in tea, though. That's bizarre. Did you fill? No, it's short. All right. Ah, running into the ceiling. You can't like pipe in or out items either. Like none of this can be piped into this stupid block. And we need bottle O enchanting. There we go. All right, so can we make the thing we needed now? Do you have enough to make this? Sweet. And our hammer. Butter in coffee. Interesting. I don't know that I've ever met anyone that puts butter in coffee. There is our quantum injector. These stupid test tubes not stacking is really kind of annoying. All right, and we are making the runic crucible. So we need... That's actually everything we need. So 2 of these dust. We're going to need more of these Z-Logic controllers, which we know how to make, though. So you go in one of these, and then we need 2 of these. What else did we need? The enchanting apparatus and the 2 arcane cores and the 2... And then in the middle goes a machine case. Sweet. All right, while that's doing its thing, I'm going to go turn the kettle on. I'm serious, Yeti. You better not have coffee showing up at my house. I will say things to you sternly. All right, runic crucible. Oh boy. Click on place controller with a blueprint to show the structure around it. Do we have enough room to put this down over here? Like here? Here. Okay, so there's that. We made this blueprint already. This thing, the machine blueprint. What did I do with it? Is it in my backpack? There it is. Cool. All right, so those stairs we have, and they go, oh God. Okay, so it looks like the stairs, it doesn't care what direction they are. And then now it wants crystal, arcane crystal blocks. I wish it stayed. Nope, those are not the right thing. Look how it turned red. Just give me your word. No! I thought everybody had Starbucks crypto shaped. All right, I gotta go look at what this is, but the kettle just beeped. All right. All right, let's go look at this. So it says 5 arcane crystal blocks, 4 rune blocks. That's what's in the corner. Rune blocks. Are you guys this way for 4, or are for a block, or is it this? Okay. Alrighty. What the heck are those things? All right, what is some of the rest of the stuff it wants me to get? 4 arcane polished. So 4 pillars, gilded, chiseled, polished darkstone. Gilded, chiseled, polished, this thing. Cool. We need 1 of those. Is that what it said? Just 1. Okay, and then 4 arcane polished darkstone. And 16 polished darkstone. There we have it. Okay, so show me what goes where. This is... This is getting confusing. 16 polished darkstone. Is it all here? Did I get it wrong? Is any of that red? Yes, the middle block is red. So that needs to be this one. And then these go where? Right here. And there. And there. And there. And then the pillars. Arcane pillar. But we're going to need more of this. Cool. Okay. And the pillars go on the corner. Like that. these go up there. Okay. Okay, where's the stupid machine block? So I can get the... It's really annoying that that keeps disappearing. That goes in the middle. Stairs. Okay. What are those things? Alright, I have to figure out what those are. They don't show in the list. Is it just polished darkstone? Finally, with a block of space, it goes above. So it looks like this is just polished darkstone. But maybe those things are where you can put ports for getting in and out. And if I do this, and then you go quantum casing. Did I get my quantum casing out of the forge? I don't think I did. I just went all the way in a circle to go back to the forge. Casing. Quantum. I swear I made a quantum casing. Or did I use it for... Oh, we used it for the craft. Okay, so we need another one. So quantum core. 1, 2, 3, 4. And one of these. Put some more blood in. Put that in the middle, right? 4 of those and that. Why did it not do the little symbol? It's missing something. What are you missing? Oh, experience. All right, who's messaging me? My answer has been given to you, Yeti. I appreciate the offer, but it is not needed because now I have a fresh cup of tea that smells lovely, by the way. You guys are speaking in 400 tongue. Lavender oat milk latte. You're gonna send me a chai latte. No, chai is disgusting. Do as you're told. You are not the boss of me. Now it would just be a waste, you see, because I have a cup of tea and then I won't want the coffee when it gets here. Uh-huh. All right. Bottles of enchanting. There we go. We got enough experience in there. Make me another quantum core, you thingy. I was showing my wife around and she saw this stuff and she was like, wait, are you like summoning stuff? I was like, yeah, we have to summon stuff. She has zero interest in Minecraft, but when she saw the summoning circles on the ground, she was like, that's actually kind of cool. She thinks I just sit in here and, you know, playing Super Mario Brothers for hours or something. She has no clue what I do. Where are we going? In here. So the quantum injector goes right there. Let me break that. And then now, is the structure complete? No, because we're missing some polished dark stone here. And Now is the structure complete? I hit it with a hammer. Status, no matching recipe found. I don't want to break the current structure. All right, well, it doesn't say that my structure is incorrect anymore, but no matching recipe. Okay. Let's see what it says. Smack dab in the middle. Arcane crystal blocks, call it a day. Finally, in a block. Okay, we're putting that. The polished darkstone blocks in the middle layer are where we place our hatches. Okay. So we're going to need polished darkstone will be replaced by hatches and arcane polished darkstone. Okay. So for this thing, I guess we have to figure out we need hatch at what is it? Mod hatch. Okay. Damn it, Yeti. I'm serious. I have tea now. It's good. I appreciate the offer. I mean, you already pay for the server hosting for me every single month. You can't be sending me coffee too. But I'm a hot white chocolate mocha guy, just putting it out there. But if you send it, you're in trouble. All right. Input hatch. We are going to need, what are we making? So, are we going to need 2 of these? One for each of the stuff? So we're going to need an item input hatch and item input hatch. Oh, they have multiple slots. Interesting. Okay, we're going to need more plate, so more modularium. MODU. This stuff. It's in the backpack, isn't it? No. It's in the barrel. Okay, so I need like 7 more plate. You're a hot mess, Yeti. All right, so we need that plate. That's going. Now we're trying to make input hatch. Let's go, what was it? Normal input hatch. Why does caps lock keep getting turned on? Normal. Normal item input hatch. Here we go. Mass boost does not Starbucks, obviously. Oh, wow, they're nested crafts. Really? That's kind of just rude. Copper alloy ingot. We're going to need this. We should be able to just make a copper alloy. It's in the alloy smelter, silicone and copper. Okay. Boy, doing this stuff is way less boring when you guys are hanging out. Like, doing it by yourself can get, like, monotonous. Oh, sorry. Alloy smelter. Oh, I could just toss a recipe in for it. Sweet, let's make a recipe for that. There we go. Yep. There was a reason I automated the alloy smelter. Copper alloy. There we go. Sweet. All right, I can put up these stairs and stuff because I got the structure right. We need some more blood though, so let's go ahead and do that. Turn that off. Our copper alloy should be done for a other machine that we needed. Which we were trying to make this one. Impulse hopper, okay? And then its uses, we'd need our plate we just made. There's that. Tiny output hatch. And then I need more plate to make it a bigger, or... Oh no, I wanted input, not output. Can I like craft you to change you? Why? What? Tiny item. Input. Input hatch. Did I just make the wrong thing and it's not convertible? Tiny source, tiny chemical. Input hatch. Tiny. No. Item input hatch. I swear there was, I was just looking at it. Tiny item input. Yeah, I just totally made the wrong one. And I'm going to have to do it again. Great. Okay, so we need another one of these. There we go. Uses. Tiny item input. Okay. Can't believe I crafted the wrong one. Well, I can, because I'm having to argue with Yeti about not buying me coffee. Okay. Uses. Tiny item input. Let's bookmark the right one. No, that's an output. Uses. Tiny item input. Okay, so there's our item input. Now we need a fluid input. So we're going to need 4 more plate. Okay. Fluid input. And we need a liquid hopper. There's the liquid hopper. Now we just need our plate. Tiny fluid input hatch. Okay. And then we're going to need a fluid output hatch. What is this one? Item output. Fluid output. Okay, 6 more of this. There we go. We could time wand that, but my inventory's a hot mess, so let's just clean up the inventory some while we wait. Those can go in the backpack. That's an accident. Using that machine blueprint was new, but I don't like it. I wish it stayed like some of the other ones where you just, you know, they disappear as you place the blocks. That's my favorite kind. Fluid output. Tiny fluid output hatch. We need a basic tank. Tank. Okay. Fluid output. Tiny fluid output hatch. Okay. All right, so now we should have everything we need to get items into and out of this. And it was saying that you just replace these. So there's a tiny fluid input hatch. Here's a tiny item input hatch. And then we will be getting fluids out of it. So there we go. Do I have channels over here? No, but here is the end of my main line, and I can just get some. Yay. Okay. And then if we toss down, so this is the trick I've learned. If you put down a regular piece of cable with another piece of dense cable, you can just do a P2P right on that dense cable, like that. Memory card, and we need channels. Boy, I've about used up. I mean, there's channels on a lot of these, but I don't like to mix and match. I like to just, if I put a tunnel down somewhere, I like to only use the channels in that one spot if I can avoid it. Unless you're doing weird subnetting where you have machines that you only want isolated on that tunnel. Memory card. We need an item frame. Item frame. And stone. So, yeah, let's do it over here. Item frame. Memory card. Cool. Smart cable. We can put the dense cable up. And then we're going to need some export buses and import buses. Export. Import. Okay, so the import bus will go on the fluid output over here. And the export buses there. And then we just need some channels. Getting closer. So for our liquid souls, we're going to need to get the souls into storage, wherever they are over here. The unrefined liquid souls, wherever they are being made. It's not in here. It's not in there. Didn't I just set that thing up? Unrefined liquid souls. That has XP juice. That's fine. Oh, it's over here. Duh. Okay. So this needs a drawer. Fluid drawer. And then if I tell you that you can push to the south. Okay. South, push. Aha! Alrighty. Lock it and link it. Locked. Link. And that means that our unrefined liquid souls are now accessible in our storage, which we can then tell this one, whichever one's the fluid input, unrefined liquid souls. All right, that's going in there. And then you just need souls. Where are they? These ones. All right, that should be a valid recipe. Right? Tiny item input. Okay, and you have souls in it. But it says no matching recipe found. What? Okay, by combining... Oh, it needs source. So this hatch can only hold one fluid. Dang it, we need another fluid hatch. Or a bigger fluid hatch. Fluid hatch. Input. So if we go to small, it still only holds one fluid. So we're going to need another fluid input hatch. Tiny fluid input hatch. Okay. 6 more smashed thingies. Here, let me put some more blood in the forge in case we need it. We are about out of this stuff, and it was a pain to make, if I remember right. All right. I feel like I've not done anything in the last hour and a half, but there's people watching, so if you like watching me do nothing, thanks for being here. I need to look at that other stuff that you sent me, Eddie, where I can set up the restream stuff on the server, because that would be super cool. Tiny fluid input hatch. And then we're going to break this and put another fluid input hatch down. And then what was the other fluid input we need? Oh, source. Okay, so export bus into there, and you need source. But it needs liquid source, not regular source. So I'm going to have to convert it, right? Let's go look at the recipe. Nope, it just needs source. Source. Why do I not have... What is it called then? Or is it one of them weird ones? It's that one. Okay. Yep. It's one of the weird ones that doesn't show up. But it's not treating it as a source hatch. There's an actual hatch. Oh my god. We're going to have to make more of this stuff. Diorium, N-steel ingot, and all the modium ingot. Okay, in steel. In steel ingot. Alloy smelting? Yep, okay. So let's get that in our alloy smelter. Glad I decided to automate that. Need a pattern. There we go. In steel. Sweet, and then all the modium. Cool. All right, to the forge. The true nature of your coffee order. This is true. This is true. I was badgered into disclosing my coffee order. What are you missing? You were missing, oh gosh, that stuff. Dang it. Dang it. All right, how do I make that? I've already forgotten. This stuff is the most important slot in the forge, or deposit the bottles. Okay, well, how do I get the bottles? Oh, I've got to make the potions of regen. You suck. Where did I have the potion maker? Right here. All right, uses on these. All right, I need more of the crystal dust, which comes from smelting these. Why do I not have a recipe for that? Arcane. I do have a recipe for that. Okay. Make me a couple hundred. Three is the magic number. There are 3 in the family. Be enough. It was not enough. Okay. Those crystals, where are they? Here we go. So we can put, I did discover that I can put these down and you can time wand them. So if we time wand all of these obelisks, there we go. And now we should be able to just watch it come in pretty quick. Yeah, it's like 500 every tick. Tier 8, oh, from Industrial Foregoing, did they take out some of the upgrades? Oh my god, Yeti, you are too much. I drink a venti hot white mocha. There, Yeti has badgered me enough. I've typed it in his DMs. All right, let's time wad these again, and maybe that'll be enough to get us by. Ba-dong. Tier 4 is the max now. That's how people had such busted hydroponic beds. Oh, okay. All right, we are going to need some more souls in here too. Souls. I'm going to have to figure out that wannabe thing you gave me too. I haven't done those yet. I'm almost out of souls. So soul sand. Let's put some in the soulificator over here. The soulificator 3000. Time wand these again. More souls in. I'm going to keep my corrupted souls because those are used for other things. Arcane dust. I got more of that, right? Okay. All right, we should have enough to proceed with some crafts. It'll be nice when all this is automated. In steel and the deorum. So we just need 2 more of each. There we go. And hit it with Thor's hammer. Sweet. Should we go ahead and let's just make one more batch of this stuff, because I have a feeling we're going to need it. Okay, that's hopefully enough for now. And then we needed 6 of these for our source input hatch. Come on, I need plates. It's funny how it's like they say they've taken out the... I guess the more it gets more removed, but this modern industrialization... modern industrialization stuff gets taken out in the next update, but you still have to use like a good bit of the machines for things. Like the only other way to get these plates, I guess, is whatever the in-world one is with the machines where we make the metal press. Immersive engineering. Source. I see your message, Yeti. Thanks. Everyone will be happy to know I have coffee en route thanks to a channel sponsor. That's what I was told to say. Okay. I'm out of those. Dang it. We got to do another... We got to right-click another witch. All right. Witch. Hold control, hold shift. One of these will have ignores light. There we go. That's the one. Did I not give it enough room? Dude, these Easter eggs are so annoying. Oh, I thought I broke it without a Silk Touch spawner there for a second. Okay, we need to make another sentient ender thing over here. In this thing, the soul binder. So we need a resonant ender. And that's the one that takes the Enderman head. Okay. And a vibrant alloy ingot. Come on. Here we go. So those go in the circuit slicer with other stuff. Solarium ingots. And then what is the other piece? Uses silicone. Well, thanks, Yeti. I've got a code and everything. Means I gotta open the curtains. They're gonna see me in my sushi pajama pants. Gotta love it. And that, there we go. That thing is slow. We have a fix for that, though. Nice. So this goes in here, and then it gets surrounded by plate, which I need more of. Let's do another 8. Yeah, this is fast. Like, if we go to the higher tiers of these compressors, they get even faster. So I get the appeal of modern industrialization, but someone described it as like almost Greg Tech like, and I totally see that. It is a lot. But that's why I like these streams, is I get to just fumble around and figure this stuff out. Another pair of machine casings. Sweet. Source input. Okay, tiny source input. Hoppers and a source relay. Okay. Hopper. I need 4. And a source relay. I think there's extras in here. There's a source relay splitter. Okay. All right, upstairs we go. Looked like this was on the enchanting apparatus, so we'll put hoppers and a source relay. I bet this is going to get pulled into the item buffer for the modular router, but that's fine. Nope. Sweet. And now source input. Hatch. Okay. I really wish we had travel wands or travel staffs for the anchors, because those are really great for getting around the base. All right, so we're going to change this fluid input hatch for a source input hatch. And this is exporting source. It's full of source. And it made something. Liquid souls. Yes. Okay. So can I put that in a bucket? Bucket. Awesome. Drawer, fluid drawer. And then we'll put it over here on the drawer wall with our other fluids. And then the same as always, lock it and link it. And now we have liquid souls in fluid form. But does that mean that if I want to keep both of these going, I need 2 runic crucibles to power the forge? I think that's what it means, and that kind of sucks. All right, well, if I've got to keep an eye out the door here, let me stand to the desk up and open some curtains. Up y'all go. Blood. It's got a lot of blood. It needs more experience. Okie dokie. So how's everybody else doing? I know Squirrel's playing a new game. And Yeti's playing a new game. Can I get Wooly to give me his Starbucks order while live streaming? Which I guess he won if you're looking at it like that. So, what is everybody else up to? All right, so to recreate this for another one, because it looks like that's how it's going to be, is like if you want this to stay running and keeping your automated forge set up, you're going to need 2 runic crucibles. One for your souls and one for your Ariel, however you say it, that thing. So let's do another one of these, which means we have to make another runic crucible block. So 2 more arcane cores, an enchanting apparatus. We need these Z-logic controllers. I guess we should automate that machine with a pattern provider. So this one, the slice and splice. Pattern provider. We can just make it an extended. Actually, we'll just put an extended here, and I'll make an upgrade for that one because we're about out of room for patterns. And this one, the Z-logic controller, that's one that we need in there. So let's make a pattern for it. We need a pattern for the zombie heads. We need a pattern for the blank skulls. Soul dust. Is there... we don't have a pattern for soul dust. So let's get that going. Smooth soul stone. All right. So do we have soulstone? We've got a decent amount of soulstone. Okay, and it looks like there's really no automated way to get soulstone. Oh, extractor from Zycraft will do it. Okay, so if we get to the point where we need to automate that, we can. Processing patterns. So this is a furnace pattern for soulstone to smooth soulstone. Soul dust goes there. These two are just crafting. And this one goes in here. So now, Z logic, can you make me two? Let's see if it works. Haha! Top can push and pull. Sweet. So that gets that. Runic Crucible. We need another quantum injector, so 4 more quantum cores. Quantum core. And one of these. Where's my altar? It's like the opposite corner. Who put this big reactor in the middle of their base, and it doesn't even really make all that much power? Hit it with a hammer. Hot cocoa. It's cold? Not cold for us. It was in the 70s yesterday. I love how that notification says, tell the delivery driver how to find your door. Well, you see, when you pull up on the street, if you just walk to the door-shaped thing, then you're at my door. Arcane cores. And enchanting apparatus. All right, I think that gets us. So we put Z logic controllers and this stuff here. So there. This dust. And this thing. And then a machine casing. You didn't light up, so you're missing something. Or the recipe I put in is wrong. The dust, the logic controllers, 2 arcane cores, and an enchanting apparatus. And it takes 1,000 experience, 2,500 blood, 100 souls, and 10,000 of the blue stuff. Okay, we're missing the blue stuff. The crystals back down. Refer to your door as the portal entryway to your home. Yes. Step into my TARDIS. It's bigger on the inside. All right. Hopefully we won't have to wait on this anymore. Once we get this stuff automated, it'll just be doing it all the time. $10,000 of that is what we need. I wish you could like go put soulless sand down in the nether and it would get resold or something. Because it really has no use. This says, I have been live for almost 2 hours. Woot woot. Should be longer than that, but, you know, I blame my wife for messing up her knee. Because she really is normally, like, when I get up to stream on Saturday mornings, it's because she's getting up to get ready for work, and it wakes me up, and then I'm like, oh, okay, I got plenty of time to go brew coffee, or if I realize I'm out of coffee, I can go to the store. Yeah, nope. Not last weekend or this weekend. Last weekend sucked, though, because I guess pollen started here sometime last week, and it really got me. Do we have the 10,000 we need? Yes. Okay. We get to do the automatic version of this forge next, which is a doozy. If we thought that runic crucible was a pain, the forge version of this is ridiculous. It's huge. 2 of these and 2 of these. Sweet. And I guess while we're figuring out this other crucible, and we have to make the automatic forge block, we should put down a bunch of crystals, because then it can fill up on the blue stuff while we're doing other things. So, we're not waiting on it. There we go. And that should be getting like 1,000 per tick or so. Over 1,000. Nice. Okay. So we have another runic crucible. This should make us souls, liquid souls. So if we look, yep, liquid souls are coming in. What are we exporting? Is everything we're exporting craftable? Unrefined liquid souls. We do not have that automated, and souls are not automated either. Soul, yeah, so we need to do the bee thing. That was it. We were going to look at the wannabes, try and get the soul production up. Yeah, well, I mean, them trailer park girls, they go around the outside. Okay, so Let's do this in order. Before we set up the next one, we need to make sure that this is fully automated. Source, we know we have automated, but we need the souls, and we need the unrefined liquid souls. Which the unrefined liquid souls come from this thing. No. Where were they coming from? Unrefined liquid souls. Where was it coming from? Oh, the fluid extractor, which we do have automated. Okay. So we could put some production upgrades in there to make that liquid faster, but it's fine because we did automate it and it's doing its thing. Cool. So, wannabes, I guess. I think it says I can breed these. I know you gave me 2. Wanna. So, wannabes. Has a thing for whatever. Be flowering. Wannabe spawn egg. Can you breed these? I thought I read somewhere that they were breedable. Was it in the productive bees section? Resources, productive bees. Draconic bee, unobtainium bee. Bumble, read. I wish you could search the quest book. That'd be cool. I say. We'll keep that out in case we need more machine casings and resonant ender blocks and stuff. We're actually definitely going to need more machine casing. So we should go ahead and get out this stuff. We need at least 8. Disc fragments. Okay. I swear I saw that somewhere. I don't remember where I read it, but thank you. Over here. Disc fragments. So I can put a disc in the crusher. Cool. What do I have? I got 6 of these. Cool. Crusher. That's a barrel. You are an ultimate crushing factory. It said I could crush them. Uses. Disc fragment. There. Huh? When in doubt, check it out. Uh-huh. Two minutes away. Be right back. They want the code. Hold on, I gotta. All right. All right, Yeti. It's here. And a warmed croissant. Look at you. Dang. Thanks, Dynex, I guess. So cheers. I've finished my cup of tea and now I got coffee. Oh, it's a chocolate croissant. Lovely. Skulk bees for sure. The fragments from ancient cities. These ones? Hmm. It says I can craft them. Let's see. Record. Yep. Uses there. All right, and then if I go to the recipe for this and pin it, so we should make a couple patterns. Blank record. Okay. And this one. And then we can make a pattern for the disc fragments. 2. We can put that in the crushing factory. So, a couple crafting recipes. And then ultimate crushing factory. Now, disc fragments. Make me 10. Aha! Okay. So then, can we breed these in the breeding chamber, or do we have to do it in world? Is the next question. Oh, by the way, the episode where I made this work with bringing the biome, dude, I was so genuinely excited to have like figured that out. I've wanted to do that. So if you guys played, was it All the Mods 9 with us? I was collecting the Sky Islands, which all had their own unique biome, and bringing them back. And I really wish I had figured out the evil craft for that so I could have had the appropriate biomes for each of the islands near my base. But, you know, now I know. And it turns regular grass purple, too. So, like, I think there's probably other textures of grass other than just the Nightfall, which was the stuff I really wanted, that would be purple and look cool as well. But that was so much fun, like, figuring that out. Really enjoyed that. And I fit it to an episode that didn't feel awkward. At least for me, it didn't. So that'll make a wannabe, and then if I give half and half, aha! Sweet. I don't know how many wannabes I need, but making it happen. Growing them up. I've never had their chocolate croissant, but that's actually really good. All right, now I got enough for 2 hives of wannabes. But the wannabes need the encased mobs. Is that the ones that we go with here? Do I have a hive that's not in use? I got one that's only got 1 bee in it. Okay. So, enchanted lost soul. And then I think all we do is we need a feeding slab. And we need a omega upgrade. And some speed upgrades. Okay. Take that out. Toss in a feeding slab. Toss in the omega upgrade. And then if I get a cage in here, bee cage, and get that bee out. And then we can toss in those 2 and 3 more. And then can I just put these guys here? And then the speed upgrades in there. Binaural, that means these aren't going to work because it's night. Yes, I know I should move my bees to the nether roof, to the waystone you gave me, okay? I get it. But we should see enchanted, lost souls, these guys, enchanted soul. So there's 37 currently. Do they produce combs or the items directly? Give it a quick wanding. Oh, 69. We won. We won the internet today. Oh, now 91. Never mind. So, yeah, that works. Cool. Man, I'm spoiled. Got people just handing me, like, stuff I need. And I've got the amber bee spawn eggs to make the bees. I got time bee spawn eggs because the male duplicated them somehow, and I ended up with 2 sets of the ones he said. I am going to have to do something about bees because I'm running out of room. I mean, I can technically put hives in all here, but not today. All right, where are we going? Where are we going? Are you full on that stuff now? No. Heck, you don't even have the 10K we need. So now I'm confused. So the encased amber gets the drop from a mob, similar to how Drigmees do it? Is that what they're doing? So you could encase a zombie piglich thing, the pigliches, and get the piglich hearts. All right, we have enough of that. We made the records to breed our bees. Why do I have buckets of liquid souls still? Well, let's go put it in the drawer. Sweet, we're up to 8 buckets of liquid souls. And now we have the things automated we need for that to just run. So this will continue to just make us liquid souls, but we need another one. So we need stairs, rune blocks, arcane crystal blocks. So stair. Gonna need more than that. It's like 24, I think it took. So we'll make one more of those rune blocks. I have to go get the runes that are in my digital miner in a minute. I need one more of these. Stairs. The Eclipse Gate Wand doubles are a fast super dash and lets you pass through blocks. Interesting. All right. I'll send the desk back down. Coffee is great, Yeti, and that croissant. I'd never had one of those. It's yummy. The guy was like, I need the password. And I was like, the password is password. He was like, no, it's not. Yes, about the piglet charts. Cool. All right. Let's throw this down. And we need arcane. Yes, we need those for sure. We need some more of them, actually. And then we need pillars, if I remember right. 4 of them. 2, 3, 4. And then we needed 4 of those. And then we need the gilded centerpiece one. So arcane gilded. Walk to make it come, walk on gilded splinters. There we go. And we'll need our hatches, and we need another quantum core. Quantum. Oops, one too many. There we go. Let me just run in circles. I was like right where I needed to be and went all the way around for no reason. Pedestals. Stasis chamber to release mobs in front of the amber beehive. Oh, you use the dire one that the mob catcher? Stasis chamber. Oh, I got you. So you like the thing that you use for the wither. You put one of those in front of the hive, and then you use the catcher to throw the mob into the stasis field. Got it. That works. All right. Put our pedestals back down. We're almost to the point of automating this thing. That will be great. Actually, let's look up the automated forge, right? Because it's its own block. So that's on Forbidden and Arcanus. We do still have to make this in liquid form, which is the second one, and then this we're going to have to craft. So we'll take our tier 5 forge itself. Wait, we have an extra tier 5 forge, right? Because it gave us one. I have a tier 1. I'm confused. How do I have to make another tier 5? Guess I got to make another tier 5. Okay. So tier 2 is arcane crystals, edelwood planks, and spawner scrap. Edelwood. Spawner scrap. Forge. I swear it gave us an extra one. Maybe not. Okay. So you go in the middle. Wait a second. So I understand now, I think. And I just wasted all that crap that was in there. No. All right. Doesn't need any modifiers, but it does require all the things. Okay. Soul. We got bunches of enchanted souls now, and they give more. Wow, 1 enchanted soul filled that tier. There we go. Fill up quickly. Blood, I guess we are going to have to go get more. Dirt can go away. Witch spawner can go away. Cage can go away. Test tubes for blood. There we go. All right, let's go get some more blood. Really wish there was an easier way to fill these. What do you use the scrap for? You can use them to make spawners with apotheosis. If you don't touch them, I believe they can be used to recreate an apothic spawner, but don't quote me on that. No, actually, it looks like the only thing they're used for. Yeah, okay, quantum catcher. You can make too, but yeah, so they're used for this tier of the forge upgrade, and you can make a quantum catcher, whatever that does. Turn this off. You can go into storage. You can go into storage. Why there's two separate stacks of that, I don't know. Don't need the leather. Cool. And bottles of enchanting. Make me 1,000. Alrighty, one more test tube of blood hopefully is enough. We can take this out. And then what do we have? We need spawner scrap. Guess it's gotta have a full 10,000 blood. Nope. Okay, what did I do wrong? Tier 2. It's not enough for you. Place the Edelwood plank in the center slot of the forge. 4 arcane crystals and 4 spawner scrap onto the pedestals. Smack it with the gavel and upgrade it from a tier 1 to a tier 2. Yeah, the fact that I have liquid blood, I just can't get it into here without some elaborate contraption is kind of annoying. I didn't think about the fact that they do have their own bucket, so I wonder if I bucket it with Edelwood buckets, if it will take the Edelwood, the buckets that way. 4 crystals. Arcane crystals, right? And 4 spawner scrap. Then put this in the middle. And you're full on everything, and smack it with the gavel. It's not doing it. Tier 1. Smithing table, hit it, and we get our thing. Okay, cool. We made that. Lodestones are best for loot mods. And the loot pools and the nether. So don't craft one, just find one. I'm not clear on why this isn't working. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Arcane crystal. What tier are you? Is it already a tier 2 forge? What tier is this forge? That looks like a tier 1. Okay. Put an edelwood plank in the center of the forge, 4 arcane crystals, and 4 spawner scrap. Smack it with your gavel. Okay, that is not cooperating with me. Tier 1. Shift right, click smithing table. With that, there's the pattern. Wonderful. This goes right there. Now we got to fill it again. All right. I don't like this at all. Let's put our tier 5 forge back down. I will deal with that another time. Or, I guess, smithing table. I can make a smithing table and I can hit it with the dust again and try one more time. So here's a smithing table. If we shift right click it, we get a new forge. Okay. We'll put this other forge in their storage. The relics it wants. Which one was the first tier? This doesn't show a relic in the recipe though. Right? Tier 2. Forge. So it takes, yeah, it doesn't show anything in the recipe, and it takes 500, 10, 6,000, and no experience. Okay. So we need some more test tubes full of blood. Replace all the pedestals now. So you're saying I had it before, I just had to pick up all the dang pedestals? That's kind of annoying. Just like me not reading chat. Heyo. Oh. Okay, so now it's down. We're going to get you... You don't need any experience according to what the thing said. So we need souls. 669. Giggity. Took just one of those. I need to break one of these and get us a crystal down. All right, and then we're going to need some blood. So we can put this little bit in there. And it says it needs 6,000 blood. I see dead people. Yes. I killed them. I must admit, the Starbucks is very good. We don't need that silicone either. Okay. So turn this off. Get our blood out. Now we just need to go get the blood into the forge. And then it needs spawner crap, arcane crap, and blood. 6,000 blood to be precise. Well, I'm going to have to put the pedestal back because the recipe calls for 8 ingredients. So. All right, 6,000. Okay. So take this off. Put the pedestal back. Go 1, 2, 3, 4. It's like we've done this once. I don't know why I'm struggling with it the second time. Sweet. I knew there had to be a reason it gave you an extra one of these. I just didn't realize we were going to have to upgrade it all the way to be able to get our automatic forge, but that makes sense, I guess. It'd be real nice if they just gave you the tier 5 instead. All right, there's the tier 2. Let's look at tier 3. Tier 3 is Forge, tier 3 Forge. Diorum, once again, no experience, 9,000 blood, 50 souls, and 1,000 of the blue stuff. 1,000 of the blue stuff. I'm going to have to get those time bees going to get me more fluid. So that's filling up. Enchanted souls. Okay. And then blood. Alrighty. Maybe we can get to this automatic forge. I don't know. I only got about 40 more minutes, but I did start half an hour late, so, you know. But I did hear a child stirring upstairs, but I think it's the one that will make breakfast for themselves, so that's good. So we need 9,000. We need more. Okay. Which is 3 of the tubes. Oop. Did you automate the touch fluid? You've got it like dropping the stuff into water and all that? What else did you... Oh, there we go. These scrolls. Cool. Let's have it pick up to storage so that it doesn't fill my inventory with junk. Roots Classic Crystal Staff. I had to make the crystal staff already for one of the star pieces, so I could make another one. Heated centrifuge make from the bees. Okay, got it. Sweet. Oh, you can die. Blood. Get in there. F. How much did it say it needed for tier 3? $9,000. 78.50. $9,000. Cool. 4, 3. Diorum and arcane crystals. Pedestals. I need to turn off pick up storage and go back to pick up to inventory before this gets ugly. And crystals. And what goes in the middle? Chiseled, polished darkstone. Chiseled, polished darkstone. There we go. So time fluid. And you're saying that the heated centrifuge time comb also produces 25 millibuckets of time fluid. Nice. Can we do the comb blocks and still get time fluid? Yes, we can. Awesome. Sweet. And what do those guys take to pollinate? Time crystal block. Cool. All right. Tier 3 forge. Now tier 4. Runes, stellarite pieces, and chiseled polished darkstone. 12,000 blood, 100 souls, and 2,000 of the blue stuff. Okay, put this here. Put some blood in. Put some souls in. And technically 4 test tubes at 3,000 blood each should be the 12,000 blood we need. You know, I just feel like I need to double check this. So the automatic forge takes a tier 5 forge and it takes a tier 5 forge. Okay, so I'm not making that up. we do have to have 2 tier 5 forges. We have to have the tier 5 forge to make it on while using a tier 5 forge as a crafting ingredient. Oh, you want me to just set up a thing there in the same spot in the end, or what? I mean, the swapper setup is not chunk loaded. It was only chunk loaded when I was working on my crystals, and then I unclaimed it and unloaded it. Stupid Easter eggs. But I mean, we could put a little. We could put a beehive out there with all the stuff. Great. So when my item procs and kills them, I don't get the blood. Cool. That should be our 12,000. Somehow I turned my jetpack off. So one hole, one more, and then a little bit more. Then we probably should time wand these. Mauve beehives make me 10. And mauve expansion boxes 10. All right, some more beehives for us. That should be enough. Yes, no, maybe so. Stellarite pieces. Do we have enough? Oh, yes, we do. And it was arcane crystals, right? So uses. No, runes. Rune. We don't need the spawner scrap anymore or that. And chiseled blackstone. Chiseled, polished. There we go. And it needs 12,000, so we'll let that one go in there. While it's doing its thing. Are you full on the blue stuff? No. Highly inefficient in CPU resources. Interesting. I mean, it doesn't automatically swap the blocks though, so I don't understand. I wouldn't think it would have any lasting impact on the server. Okay, pedestals and stellarite. Chiseled, polished blackstone, and smack it with thine hammer. Wow, it says there's 10 people watching. What's up, y'all? Thanks for choosing to spend some of your Saturday morning with me while I play Minecraft. We're just working on getting our second tier 5 forge so we can craft the automatic forge block on a tier 5 forge. All right, that's the tier 4. So tier 5 is Sculpt Catalyst. Oh no, we're gonna need more stellarite. No. Why did I not make a B while I had the chance? How do I make the B? Stellarite B. To acquire this B, look up the crafting recipe for its egg. Okay. Oh boy. Oh man. Down the rabbit hole we go. Do we make the B right now, or do we just run around looking for stellarite? I guess I don't know if it spawns in the mining dimension, but let's start with that. Let's go check our chest. Mining dimension. There is no stellarite there. Dang it. Okay. So, are there runes here? Rune. Runic deep slate. Cool. At least there's that. So that means back to my base. Actually, we could go to the starter base. Because this has between... And then we just got to get down to the right Y level. Oh, well, maybe I've already gone and gotten the stellarite out of there. Well, actually, it's on Silk Touch, but you can't Silk Touch those, so I wonder what it does. All right, so stellarite, where does it spawn? This stuff, Y negative 44 and Y 42. Okay. So yeah, this is fine. All right, now let's go here. And let's grab out our fortune pick, and we will just go to town looking for the ore. It's so dark. And I meant to tell it to pick up to the storage. There we go. And we need feral flare. Let it spread some. Torches. I don't know. We'll do torches. There we go. But you can see the stellarite whenever you get some because it glows. Yeah, I got hundreds of other digital miner. Stellarite with digital miner. What is stellarite? It is a glowy block that turns into the little stellarite pieces for Forbidden and Arcanas. It's this. It looks like that. Stella Arcanum. And it drops these pieces rarely when you break it. I guess I could just go, let's do that. Let's move the digital miner to a new chunk and we can try and filter for just those. Because that's faster than running around in the dark. All right, packing tape. Barrel. And miner. Cool. And then we'll just fly over here. Plop it down. Put our barrel on. We need some kind of power. We'll use a gate. Put it on channel 9. Sure. Config. And then we want Stella Arcanum. So new filter, item stack. Save. And then we turn off the everything one. And with that turned on, we should be able to just start. And it's got none. It's found in the overworld. I don't want to go to the overworld. I want it in the mining dimension. Okay. Don't care how I want it now. Won't. That one was a bad egg. Dude, look how far these gold leaves have spread. That's crazy. Okay. Let's get this back to pick up to inventory and then miner. Gate. And barrel. Miner. Barrel. Gate. Start. Oh, wow. So this can silk touch it. Interesting. Cool. That's all 12 it had in this area. Pick this back up. Swap that for an axe. Oh yeah, I saw it mass boost, but I need to make like a block. So we need a bunch of this. Boop, 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 boop. Show me the money. Fortune does not affect it, apparently, because I only got 12. And there were 12 of them. So there's the block that we need for the tier 5. That was a rabbit we just chased right there, boy. Pull out my stick. Oh, you suck. Runes. Sweet. Restocked on runes. Nice. We'll put our digital miner in the backpack for now. Put our netherite stick back up. And then tier 5. Forge. What are we tier 5 forging? Sculpt catalyst. We should have how much does it take blood? 20,000 blood. So at 3,000 a vial, that's 6 times 3, 7 vials of blood. And then the dragon scales we should have, and the dark nether stars we should be able to make. 1, 2. Cool. Dragon scale. Yep, we got those. 1, 2. Sculpt catalyst. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then this block goes in the middle. All right, so let's go put our ingredients in and get some crystals going to fill the forge. Okay, crystals. And how much of that do we need? 5,000. How much do we have? 28. Okay. So let those run. And then recipe 500 souls. So we should be able to do that with some enchanted souls. And we're up to 500 already. Blood we're going to need more of. We can put these things back in here to get them out of our inventory. Okay, that's stuff we need. Put my warp stone up. Boy, my inventory is a hot mess. We're done with those planks. We're going to need these and this and this for the crucible. We can put the speed upgrade away. The beehives can go in storage until we get ready to go do them. And this is the stuff for the craft we're working on. Arcane crystals I'm done with. We don't need XP for this one. So no XP, 20,000 blood, and 5,000 of that. All right, so we need a bunch of blood. Test tube. And then we were going to see if we can use an Edelwood bucket, right? I said that. Okay, will you hold blood? No, apparently not. It will hold milk, lava, and water. Well, boo. Boo on you. All right, I guess it's just kill a bunch of mobs. Yep, left and right. I even smacked both keys at the same time. So that's 3, and I said we needed 7. Okay. 7 of them things. Well, never in my wildest dreams did I think I'd be playing video games and have someone DoorDash me coffee, but thanks again, Yeti. It was delicious. I don't think that guy had his V8 today. He was spazzing out a little. Showing my age, talking about V8 commercials. We have exactly 7 test tubes on us. Come on. Spawn faster. That was lag when Squirrel joined. But it tends to do that when a player joins for just a brief second. You'll see that. All right, come on, spawner. Unless Squirrel did it again and actually crashed the server again during live stream. All right, turn that off. Okay, we're definitely going to have to time wand it. Insufficient. No, I've run out of... Okay. Time. Does anybody really know what time it is? Does anybody really care? Do we have 5,000? No. Sugar and clocks faster spawn. Sugar. Clocks. Swap our test tubes out. Okay. Sugar and clocks. Sugar, clocks. So all the sugar. So there we go. Might take more clocks than 10. Oh, wow. It takes a lot of clocks. It'll take all the clocks. What did the clocks do? Apothic spawners, clock. The maximum spawn delay is how long it takes, just like the minimum can be as low as 20, and the high, whatever. Each clock modifies the speed of the spawner by 10. The speed is expressed in ticks, where 20 ticks is equal to 1 second. So, quickest spawn delay would be 1 second between each. Okay. And it's at 20, so let's add another clock and see if it changes. $20 and $200 was what it was at. Oh, it does come down. Okay, it's still taking them. Time warped spawners. There we go. So now this thing should spawn mobs like instantly. Wasn't quite instant, but it'll do. I didn't even have a test tube in my hand for the mob I killed. Focus, Wooly. You're getting distracted. Boy, our spawner must have had like a really high max delay on the spawner thing, as many clocks as that took. Trying to get to 20,000. Here we go, here we go. Did we talk summer concert plans the last stream? I don't know if we've talked about it or not. So we've got our summer concert plans figured out, the stuff that we bought tickets for this summer. So we're going to 9 Inch Nails, and we're going to the Lumineers and Nathaniel Ratliff, and we're going to see George Clinton in Parliament Funkadelic, the wife and I. So, and the wife just tried to call me, so I probably ought to see what she needs. Let me mute for just a second. She thought I would be done streaming by now. Well, she was wrong. So I gotta go pick up kids as soon as I'm done. All right. There we go. Not our children, just other children that are coming over to hang out at our house with our children. All right, we are not going to get to this automatic one today. I mean, I was hoping we could at least craft it, but maybe we'll get there to the craft. We're getting close. 1, 2, 3, 4. The hardest part's going to be filling this thing up with ever how much blood it needs for that last tier. Okay, where'd our hammer go? Must put it in storage. No. There it is. You thought 9 Inch Nails was dead. Nope. They're touring. With somebody else, too. I don't remember who. But yeah, they are touring again. Enchanted Souls. Okay, let's get those in there. And now this is a tier 5 forge as well, right? So we have a tier 5 and a tier 5. Cool. Squirrel is too cool for school. I already have Arcanus bees. I think I gave you some. I'm pretty sure I do. Hold on. But thank you. And he's made a portal. Rune bees. Those would be nice. But yeah, I think the Arcanus ones I have because I've got the crystals. Yeah. Arcanus comb. Arcane crystals. Yep. Yeah, I've got these guys because they're making, yeah. Yep. Hero Brian. Ah! Mango. Got new names in the chat I don't recognize. Mango and MT. Look at you. It's pretty slow. If you do fermented spider eye with this, if you do fermented spider eye with up the spawn number. I think I already maxed the spawn number. We can try though. Because we're about to need a bunch of blood. So let's go kill a bunch of mobs. Be so glad when this is automated. All right. Will you take any more fermented spider's eye? Nope. So it's already maxed on that. Right, because it is fermented spider eye? Yep. Spawn count, up or down by 1 for each eye, maximum of 16. Yep. And we already have the 16. Yep, spawn count 16. That's definitely faster than us waiting on it before, though. But I should have turned on pickup to ME system, because wow. Oh, my relic's gonna kill him before I can get stuff out of my... Okay. This stuff needs to go in storage. Don't need it in my inventory. Okay, we got a good bit of blood. Let's see how much we need for the automatic forge. Because that is our next craft. 2,500 experience. 5,000 blood? That's not that much at all. Okay. We can take these out and get some crystals on. We can time wand those. And then our pedestals accidentally went in storage just now when we broke them. So we'll get them back out. Hammer. Test tube. And we need bottles of enchanting. Because this one does take experience. Boy, it'll be nice to be able to pipe all this in. But it looks like we may have to get our time fluid from dire things into the system in liquid form, because it doesn't seem like it's going to want to take the way we have experience coming right now. So we may have to go change that setup. You were mad because stuff was gated in FTB Sky's Expert. Oh my god, FTB Sky's Expert was a beast of a pack. It was fun though. It was a lot of fun. I still should make that last episode at some point, because I mean we're just literally sitting in the world away from our whatever nuclear synthesis doohickey. All right, how much of the blue stuff do you need? 5,000. We're almost there. Just use the dire. I mean, I have the obelisk. I don't. The system doesn't see the obelisk in any kind of way where I can use the liquid XP, and the automatic forge wants it in the liquid form from just dire things. So I mean, I have this here, but the system doesn't see this in any kind of way. I wonder if I could just put an external storage bus on it, or whatever it's called. External. No, what is it? A storage bus. I'm still thinking refined. Storage. Bus. No, it's not bus. Yeah, ME storage bus. And I know I have channels pretty close. Somebody just fell, but my wife is tending to it and it wasn't her that fell, so. You can always tell when the Wooly household wakes up because there's loud noises and Wooly's like, hey, what's that? Squirrel. Ah. Did I have a channel available for that? I hope I did. Okay, yep. All right. Now, can we see... Aha! Nope, that's FE. What is it called? XP fluid? XP fluid. There we go. Sweet! Now back to where we were. Do I have my 5,000 we need? We do. Cool. So, pedestals. Here I am complaining about how complicated this, end game craft is. Just make it easier. Give me an I win button. Automatic. So, Enderium gears, 2 more Zeologics. Okay. Enderium. Times 2. Z logic. I already crafted those two. A tier 5 forge we have. Moon stuff and a quantum injector. So we need more quantum cores, which I think there's one in here. So 2, 3, 4. And one of these. Go ahead and make that. Oh, great. Now we're going to need more of the blue stuff. Dang it. Come here. Finish. Hurry up. Okay. There's that. And that. And that. And let's get these on again. So close. We will have to build the multi-block in another one. Maybe I'll do an episode on the automatic multi-block, because that was confusing enough. And the multi-block is even bigger, even though it spells it out. Okay, so there's that. We're almost up to our 5,000 again. So we need 5,000, 100, 5,000, and 2,500. Okay, so it's just this we're waiting on. Okay, so 2 Z-Logics, 2 Enderium Gears, the Forge, and then there's 3 more things. We need a machine casing. Oh, are we out of... Don't tell me we're out of... casing. We are machine casings. Okay, so we got to make another sentient ender. Another resonant ender. Ender resonator. Enderman head. Okay. And a vibrant alloy. Wait, didn't we say we were going to automate that block and I put a pattern provider on top of it and then I got distracted and never put patterns in it? Yes, you did, Wooly. Okay. So this is the slice and splice, right? Sweet. So we want to make a pattern for that. For this one, right here. And then you need a pattern to make the Enderman head. Okay, so Enderman head goes right there. Then you go in here, and then Ender resonator. Awesome. Let's grab out our spawner for witches again. Ignores light, that's the one. Soul vial. Oh, forget it. I'll do it later. It's going to get another one, but it's fine. Okay, and then into this one goes that and the ender thingy. And this is a super slow block. Okay, let's put up our empty test tubes. Sugar, rotten flesh, gunpowder, all of this stuff we don't need. And our witch spawner. Machine casing is this and this. Awesome. So the machine casing goes in the middle, our quantum injector, and 2 of the dust. Sweet. We are gonna get to craft our automatic forge block. We will not get it set up today, but we're gonna get to craft it, which is cool. Here we go. Put our pedestals back on. 2 dust. And a quantum injector. And a machine casing. Sweet! Yeah, oh yeah, even when you're like unkillable, witches are very, very annoying. Because they poison you and you sit there and twitch, you know. All right. Once this finishes, though, I am going to have to wrap the stream up because I have to go do things with the family and stuff. But there we have it. We made it all the way to the automatic forge block. We set up our runic crucible. I'm going to have to set up another one of these off camera. But thanks for hanging out with me. Sorry I started late. Sorry I messed up the upload on yesterday's video. So I'm just going to save that and get ahead for next week. That'll be Monday's video. And thanks for watching. Thanks for the coffee Yeti and the host and, you know, all of that stuff. Do I have an experience bee? I don't know, Squirrel, but I've got seeds for sure. And plenty of experience. So thank you guys so much for watching. We will see y'all next week. And we'll see you Monday with a fresh episode.